Hello guys, I hope you are doing wonderful. So as you come in, all I ask is that you share me out. And yes, I'm doing Boxycharm live today because I have a lot going on that I'm planning for and a lot that's happening. And honestly, I don't have the time to sit down and film like 4 videos at the moment. So this would be easier. I can just unbox them on camera. You guys can ask me questions live and we can go from there. That's just easier at the moment because 4 videos, that would be 2 unboxings and a try on at the moment. So as I said, as you come in, all I ask is that you share me out and all of that good stuff. I hope you are having a wonderful day. And we are going to get into the unboxing. Because, yeah. So let me know how your day was and what's going on with you. And all of that. I have, hold on, somebody's sending me a message. Hold, please. Stop. Stop. Yeah. And so I have both of the Boxycharm cards here because they're both the same theme this time. But we're going to start with the base box because, y'all, I've already looked at these items when they first came in. Hello, Edward. How are you? I've already looked at most of these items because I did try to film the premium box and the base box before this, like a week or 2 ago, but it didn't work out. So the base box I was kind of disappointed in because it was more skincare than actual makeup. Like the only actual makeup items I got was a concealer and a lip product. And the sad part was the concealer was my own choice. So yeah, that was that. But if you don't know what Boxycharm is, it is a makeup subscription box where you get a mix of skincare and makeup. And it comes up monthly, so every month. But quarterly, there's a box called Luxe, which that only comes out 4 times a year. And as a matter of fact, if you are a Boxycharm subscriber and you haven't chosen your choices for your boxes in June, do that now because that's going to close in, I think, about 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, because it's going to close. And next month is a Luxe box. I personally do not get Luxe, but if you do, you're getting 10 items next month. Your Luxe box will replace your base box. And if you haven't seen what my choices are for premium and base for June, I do have a video on that. And so the base box is $27 and you get, it's 27. Hello, Tyrese, how are you? I hope everyone's doing well. The base box is $27.99 and you get 5 items. You get to choose 1 item in the base box. So if you want to see what the base box looks like, here it is. I did unpackage this because we all know I'm not good at opening packages. So this is what the base box looks like. And there are mostly skincare it is a good deal because makeup can get expensive. And trust me, some of the brands I get in Boxycharm, I would not personally pay full price for, because when it comes like to Charlotte Tilbury, Tasha Denona, they are more like $60, $70, $100 sometimes dollars for their products. And honestly, I would never pay for that because you can get just as good quality as sometimes at the drugstore. You just have to know where to find it and how to find it. But I am doing good. So this is the card. I have to make sure I'm showing you the right card. This is the card for if you heard that clicking, that was my wheelchair. But it shouldn't click anymore because I made sure I turned it off this time. But here's the card for the base box. Its theme is Super Bloom, which is kind of a cute thing because we are in spring, even though right now it's starting to feel like summer. Yes. Yes, I know. You guys have been hearing a lot of beeping in backgrounds of my videos lately. So let me address that real quick. The beeping was coming from an alarm we have in my house that they were coming to fix. And it's for my safety that the alarm is attached to certain things in my house. And the battery needed to be changed, but it needed a special battery for it to be changed to. So they were coming to fix that. It just took them a while to come fix that. Yes, I know you guys have been hearing it. The beeping is officially gone. They've came finally to change the batteries. So going forward, you won't hear the beeping unless you hear the beeping from my wheelchair, which sometimes I do forget to turn off when I'm filming. But the constant beeping that you heard in the background was an alarm in my house that is put there for my safety. It was nothing wrong with the alarm. It's just that it was letting us know the batteries need to be changed, but they take special batteries, so you have to call the people to do that. And I apologize that I never addressed that in other videos, but I should have for as long as it was beeping. Yes, most of the time you hear beeping from my chair, Edward. My chair is a motorized chair, so the clicking on and off makes a sound. But the last video I posted was the alarm that was going off in my house. But this is the card. It tells you the brand, social media, and how much the item itself costs. So this first item is a makeup sponge. Now, I go back and forth between a sponge and a brush when it comes to applying makeup and foundation, but this sponge is firmer than a sponge that I usually use. It's bouncy, but it's very firm. Most of the sponges that I use come from the Amazon most of the time, and they're a lot softer than this. And it usually doesn't come this big. When you add water to it, it grows in size, but you have to wring out the water and it'll still stay this size. But this is from Yancy Skin or Yancy Beauty, however they like to go by their names from time to time. My favorite stuff in Boxycharm is usually the eyeshadow palette. Like, I don't wear makeup every day, let me be honest. I don't wear a full face of makeup every day. I do not. I think it takes too much time and it's a lot of work. I can do my makeup if I really need to for whatever reason. I can do it within 20 minutes. But I don't wear makeup every day, so I usually go for eyeshadow every day. So if I'm going to leave the door, most of the time I'm not leaving out the door without eyeshadow unless I'm really in a hurry. Eyeshadow and lip gloss is usually my go-to. But eyeshadow palettes, because you can't get everything you want in one eyeshadow palette. You can easily find a primer that works with pretty much everything. Everything else you pretty much can find except for eyeshadow palettes. I mean, you need color and stuff. And now that it's wedding season and prom season, everybody's calling for makeup because they want to look good for their weddings or prom. And everybody just comes to my house and picks up an eyeshadow palette because I have a lot of them. So basically, at this point, my house is like a one-stop shop for makeup. Because either everybody doesn't wear it or they don't do, or they just don't keep it, or they don't like the eyeshadow palettes that they have. So eyeshadow palettes are usually my favorite. So this is the sponge, and the sponge itself is worth $18. So we have a lip gloss or velvet lipstick that is from Kvd Cosmetics. This is a Canadian brand that I just found them on Instagram. And it's a creamy velvet lipstick. And this is in the shade Bubbly, which looks more pink, red sort of thing. They have nice packaging. Very simple. Not too many things. You're welcome. They have very cute packaging. Their logo is just simple. And it says, unlike any other lip color, even seems velvet liquid. The product makes you add more to your kit. So they're saying that this is lightweight and long wearing. This one I have not tested out yet, so I don't know if their claims are true. But I would hope that this is true because I feel like when you put on lipstick, as soon as you start eating or drinking something, it automatically disappears. So if it can stay and dry down at least for a couple hours and you don't have to reapply, it's a good thing. So we're going to hope that this is long wear. But this retails for $22. The next item that I have is a concealer. This is from Item Beauty, which is Addison Rae's makeup line. You might know who Addison Rae is. She's a TikTok star. She does. Thank you. She does TikTok, and she's in a new movie of a remake movie called She's All That was the original, but I think the one she's in is called He's All That. It's on Netflix. This is her concealer. You can find her on TikTok mostly. And this is they claim, it says this is what you need to color correct. It's full to medium to full coverage. It has vitamin C, papaya extract, and yummy antioxidants in it. Like vitamin C lends to smooth, seamless finish and a pillow texture to guide effortlessly. So this has a lot of claims as well. But the one thing that everybody complains about concealer, if it's not a good concealer, it will be very creasy. But good concealers don't crease. So that's the concealer test. And that was worth $18. This is from, the next item is from 111 Skin. It is a serum / primer item. So they're saying you can use this as a serum or a primer. It's the Serum Glow Filter. Glow up the world's first makeup serum filter, blending beauty technology in one bottle. And this is worth $50. So that it's $50, and when you pump this, the beads in it dissolve. So you won't get beads on your finger, but when you pump it out, it will dissolve. Thank you, Edward. And our last product in here, this one was $50. Our last product in here is worth $100. It is this product is from, okay, now I just got confused because this product is from 111 Skin, and the other product I just showed you, which was this one, it is from Skin&Co. So I got the two products mixed up. But this one is the Antioxidant Energizing Essence, which this is a big bottle. And this product is worth $100. So it says this is lightweight, fast-acting antioxidant properties, which they always tell you to eat your antioxidants, which is in like blueberries and stuff like that. And this one also has a little bit of vitamin C and botanical extracts. So I'm assuming that botanical means like things you would find in nature or your garden, like flowers when they talk about botanical stuff. But it doesn't really say what kind of botanicals it has in it or what type of antioxidant is in the serum either. But it is worth $100. So if we add all of those products up, like I said, I wasn't really happy with that box because it is just full of skincare, and it's hard, like when I do these videos or lives for you guys, to tell you if skincare really works. Well, at least in one video, it's hard to tell you if skincare really works because it takes at least 2 weeks to a month for your skin to be adjusted to skincare. So me doing one try on video would not tell you if it works for me or not. It would take me a whole month or so to test it out. The only thing I can really tell you, well, thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. So I can't really tell you if skincare really works when I first test out a product because it takes 2 weeks to a month to tell you if it works. But I can tell you if I apply it to my skin most of the time, since I have sensitive skin, if my skin is not going not going to like it, it will either turn into like some sort of breakout or some sort of rash. But that's the easiest way to tell you if my skin has a reaction, but that doesn't tell you thank you. It's very hard to tell if it's going to work. So if I add up all these products, let's just start from the top. We have $50 for the Glow Serum, plus $100 for the Antioxidant Energizing Essence. So that brings us to $150. We have $18 for the concealer. We have $22 for the lip product. And we have $18 for the sponge. So our full total for this is $208. So the full price of the base box is $208, and I spent $27.99 on the base box. So in total, I saved $180.01 for the base box itself. Now, if we go to premium box, I've already taken everything out of the premium box because I started filming that one first, and it was I love my premium box better than my base box, if I'm being completely honest. I really did love my premium box better than my base box, which that doesn't always happen, that I love my premium box better than my base box. It will happen from time to time. The thing about the premium box, it's like you get more. You get one extra item, so you get 6 items instead of 5. And secondly, you get you get 6 items instead of 5, and it's more likely that you'll find like more luxury brands in your premium box because of that, and it's worth more. It's worth more. So our premium box is just a bigger box that does not fit in my mailbox. So your mail carrier probably will have to knock on your door for your premium box, because your premium box, here's the card, same theme as the other one, Super Bloom. It fits spring. There are 6 items in total, and there are basically, I like this box better because there is a mix of skincare and makeup itself. So our first item is from the singer Becky G's brand. It's this Trace Luces palette. It's the La Flor de Mexico palette. And it comes in with 18 shades. It's so pretty. So pretty. I think this is maybe my favorite palette that I've gotten in Boxycharm so far. And the cool thing about this palette, it's recyclable. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you get a makeup palette that has a mirror in it, it's not recyclable. It's not sustainable. So the great thing about this one, even though it has a mirror in it, the mirror is magnetic. So it sticks to the paper. This is actually made out of paper, but it sticks to that. And this mirror comes, it's going to have my fingerprints all over it, but this mirror comes off. So this makes it recyclable because the mirror comes off. You just stick it back on. And I know you've seen me complain about not having a mirror in my palettes, but I prefer this because I can recycle this and hold on to the mirror for what I need it for. But there is something in scripted underneath the mirror, and it says, the first part is in Spanish, so I might be saying this completely wrong, but I will try. It says, mi amor, primavera. I do know primavera means spring. It's time for renewal and reflection when all the beautiful flowers begin to bloom. With our La Flor de Mexico palette, I want you to immerse yourself into Mexico's in Flor season by introducing you to many plants y flores that are native to this immersively beautiful country. As you sit down and create your most in bloom look, imagine yourself walking through all the vibrant fields where Mexico's charm is always in bloom. So you have a mix of mattes and shimmers, and I'm going to tell you, I've used the green shimmers and some of the browns already. And the green shimmers and the brown are beautiful. Like, whatever this formula is, I love it. So this palette itself costs $30. It is $30. And our next item is down here. If I look up from the camera, it is down here. It is this box right here. This box right here contains makeup wipes, one wet, one dry, the orange one, and they come in packets like this. The orange ones you have to activate. It is foaming, and the wet you don't have to wet. It's for removing your makeup at the end of the night. But the orange ones are used to cleanse. And the first time I did this, I did not read the instructions, and I did this backwards. I used the wet one to cleanse, and then the dry one I used to remove my makeup. It didn't irritate or anything like that, but I did use them out of order. You will see that in a video coming up that I am doing a voiceover for. So that will that will come up. So let me tell you what that was from. And that is from a company called Base Blue Cosmetics. It was the dry and wet duo action facial cleansing wipes. Wow, that was a mouthful to say. Get ready to go with these towelettes that whisk face and eye and makeup without irritation. The dry beauty wipes foam up once and activate with water and gently remove any excessive oils. Now that it is hot, the oils will come out quicker, at least on my face. I usually have dry skin, more natural skin, but when it's hot and it's very hot, like here right now it says 79. The last couple of days, it has been getting up to at least 85, and we only in May. I'm scared for the summer because if it's hitting 85 in May, I can only imagine what my June, July, and August, and like the beginning of September is going to look like. But we're going to make it. These did not irritate my skin when I tried it, but I did use them out of order. But you're supposed to use the one in the orange packet first. And then you're supposed to use the one in the blue packet when you're ready to remove your makeup. And I would say I would use those for travel. Because when you're traveling, you want to travel light. So if you just put going away for 2 days, just put 2 of them in your bag and you have your cleanser in the morning and your remover at night. But I will suggest if you're going to use the wet one at night, it is best to double cleanse. Because if you're just wiping off your makeup and hopping in the bed, it's a chance that a wipe is not going to remove all your makeup. It is not going to remove all your makeup at once, especially if you're wearing like a full face of makeup. Sometimes your eye makeup can even get stuck, especially if you're the type that wears mascara and eyeliner. It will get stuck like that completely from time to time. So that was that. So next up, we have these set of brushes, which come in this cute little package. These are your contour brushes. This did not come in Boxycharm this month. This is my lip liner. I just stuck it in there because I dropped it, but it comes in this little package. So you see all 3 brushes fit in here perfectly. And we have this one I used for blush not too long ago. I did spot clean it, so it is spot cleaned. This one I use for contour, but you can use this one for blush, contour, or powder. And this one, I believe, this one is my new favorite contour brush. And I'll tell you why. I will demonstrate this when we come up. Now, your cheekbones are right here. So, if when I move my hand, this gets directly under the cheekbone to carve out the cheekbone. Like this fits right here. So when I do this to my face, I'm putting the brush right where my thumb is. Well, my index finger. It would be my thumb on the other side. And this fits perfectly right here. in the contour. You might want to use this one for your forehead when you're going to contour. But this one is definitely a nose contour brush. But this is my new favorite. Now, I've used other contour brushes and they work just fine. But, hello, how are you? But this is my new favorite brush. And I don't usually have favorite makeup brushes because it's not usually a thing, especially when I'm going outdoors. I just pick a brush and use it for what I use it for. But this contour brush is like a dream come true because it just hugs the bone of your cheek. Like if you're the type that applies your contour like under your cheekbone, which would be like up here, that's why I have my hands here. This fits right there. Whoever designed this, they was a genius. And like these handles are so sturdy and they even have like little ridges on them. So if you're trying to figure out what you're holding this brush because it's like, yeah, this is pretty. And they're pink. Y'all know I'm obsessed with anything pink, but this is like the blush pink that I would think of. And yeah, it's wedding season, so if you are getting married, maybe this pink, blush pink is your thing. Oh, and they even tell you what they are. Like this is a flat angle brush. It's written in white right here. It is a flat angle brush on their LR331 brush, which it's just easier to say angle brush. But it fits perfectly in your contour. This one has been cleaned and spot cleaned. All of these have been spot cleaned. I used these for something else earlier that I was doing, so they have been spot cleaned. And blush stains because it's pink. But this one I've used for blush. I've even used this one for powder and things like that. So this one is cute too. The handle is not as heavy as the other one, but it still has that ridging attachment here, which is so cute. Very, very cute. And then our last one is perfect for the nose contour. This would be your nose contour brush because it fits like right down the sides. You get your contour going down the middle of your nose, and it just fits right here in those creases. No, I don't have makeup on my face, and like I said, this one has been spot cleaned too, but it fits like right here, and it's perfect for going down the bridge of your nose. Hello. I have you going on the phone. Yeah. So if you guys were just paying attention, y'all know why I'm laughing. Y'all know why I'm laughing. But you know how to go. So yeah. So this is cute for that little nose contour. So those are all three of your brushes. And these are very cute. And they are pink. And this comes, I'm going to put these back in the package because we are going to use these later and I don't want the handles to get too hot from the fan. And I have a question. Is it hot where you guys are? Or is it just here? Like, is it just, or is it just what's going on? Because it is hot. Okay, and I grabbed the wrong card. This is for the base box that I've already done. And here's our lip color. Yeah, this one is from Kvd. And it's in the shade Magnolia 60. This is the Kvd Exo Lipgloss. It's in the shade Magnolia 60. Let me take the top off. Show you what it looks like. It's more like a brown. It's not as dark as you think it is because it is a brown shade. But even when you shear it out, it's like that's how it looks just with a little dot. But it's not as dark as you think it would be. And you can wear this by itself. I've worn a lot of lip glosses by itself without a lip liner. If you are a lip liner person, I would say it would look cute if you use like a lighter lip liner than a darker one. So here's our next product. Oh, I forgot I haven't told you what the last two products are worth. The lip gloss I just showed you from Kvd is worth $19. And the brush, the 3-piece brush set that I just showed you is worth $50. And the cleansing wipes I showed you before that were, yeah, right now it's only, oh, somehow I turned my chair on again. So that was not the beeping you think it was. It was just my chair. Right now it says it's 79 degrees. It feels hotter than 79 degrees, so the little weather thing sounds a little off to me. But this is a face oil. Comes in this cute bottle. Something fell back there. It's probably foundation. But this little cute face oil, you only need 2 to 3 drops of this. It has like a dropper, but it has the little, to get it out the dropper, you have to eject it with this button up here. But this is from Skin&Co. And it is exactly, how do you name this? It is the Skin&Co Roma Truffle Therapy Ultra Pure Face Oil. It has black winter truffles, brightening carrot oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, and sunflower seed oil. This bottle is made in Italy and it is $68. We have one more item, but I believe, give me 1 second. Why do I see y'all? I keep hitting my elbow in my chair and it's a thing. So I don't know why I keep hitting my elbow in my chair. I guess because I'm not used to the joystick being on the right side is a thing. So this one is $68, and we have one more product, but give me a second. I think I left it. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to find the last product, which I did. I thought I left it somewhere else, but it was right in front of me. But this is the Elements Superfood Night Cream. You would apply this at night, so you will not be seeing me apply this today, but you will see it in an upcoming video for like nighttime skincare. You will see that later. But that is all the products we have here. So let's get into how much this one is worth. And y'all, if y'all hear something that's people playing music outside, let me know if you can hear it. But I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but just in case, if you can, let me know. Let's start off with the top one. We have $50 for the night cream. We have $68 for the face oil. So we're already at $118. We have $50 for the brush set. We had $168. The lip gloss was $19. We're at $178. The cleansing wipes were $21. And our eyeshadow palette is $30. So our final total is $238. And remember, Boxy Premium is $39.99. So we're going to subtract $39 to find out our savings in 99 cents. So, sound like somebody having a party outside. Y'all already know it's my favorite, so y'all don't mind. So, she said, I don't think so. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
She lost her keys, y'all. She looking for them.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
our savings are $198.101. So now let's get into the try on. Now there's 2 items in here that I'm not going to use. We're going to be using the base box and the premium box because, like, if you missed the first half, the premium box was mostly skincare except for like 2 items. So we won't be using this item in the try on. You will see it in like a nighttime removing makeup routine. This is the one skin item. You won't see that in this, and you won't see this item either, which is from Elemis. It's the Superfood Night Facial Cream. So this cream, you won't see that one in here either. You will see it in a video though, but I can't apply those until either before I apply my makeup and after I apply my makeup. But we are going to start with this. We are going to start with this facial oil because the facial oil. Yeah, you just had the door closed. My mother left. The facial oil you have to apply after your moisturizer, and I did moisturizing and cleansing before I got on camera, but I wanted to show you this, so I didn't add this because I can actually do this one on camera. So we're gonna start with this. I'm just gonna take the dropper and do like 2 drops in my hand. Remember, you have to click the top. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 3. It's a recommended 2 to 3. So I'm gonna rub this in my hands, and then I'm just gonna press this on my face. It will add a little bit of glow, but it won't do too much. But it will. Like, I've worn this without actually putting on a face full of makeup, which I am okay with because I don't wear a face full of makeup every day. But I'm just pressing this in, and when you press in, you want to press up. Never push down on your face. Push up on your face when you're trying to get everything pressed in. This does have a coconut smell. So if you're not into coconut, this is not for you. But I don't mind coconut. I don't mind it. I prefer it as a spring and summer scent. But other than that, I don't use or like the scent of the coconut any other time of the year. But I do use coconut oil to remove my makeup as like a cleansing oil type thing. So I will use coconut oil every day, but coconut scented things is more of my favorite things for spring and summer. We have an eyeshadow palette over here that I put down. We're going to use this eyeshadow palette. It's the Trace Luces La Flor de Mexico palette. It is from the singer Becky G. As you can see, I've already dug into this. This is 18 shades. It did come with a mirror. I took the mirror out. And if you did not know, I think I mentioned this earlier, but if your eyeshadow palette has a mirror in it, it makes it not recyclable. But since this one comes off and this eyeshadow palette is made from paper, it makes it recyclable, which is very, very nice. And I get to keep the mirror. Because I'm pretty sure you heard me say in previous videos that I felt some type of way because the eyeshadow palettes I was getting, even though I was happy that they were sustainable because they didn't have a mirror. It's easier to do your makeup when you have a mirror in front of you. And I always just sit somewhere and put on my makeup. I don't do it every day, but when I do, I would prefer to have a mirror. We're going to just use these brushes. You've seen me use these brushes before. We might add some other ones, but these are like when I'm trying to do things quickly or I'm traveling. These are my go-to brushes because I only need five of them. This brush I use all the time for concealer. It actually says concealer brush on it. We have an angled liner brush. We have a smudger brush here. We have an all over brush. And we have a crease brush. I'm going to start with the crease brush because I want to work in my crease first because it is easy. Now, I don't think we're gonna go green because you will see me do a green look that I have to do a voiceover for. We had some issues trying to film that, or I had some issues, so I'm not gonna go for green, but I'm going to go for this Belize color right here in the crease. So I'm just going to swirl. It's easier to swirl if I hold it this way. I'm just going to swirl it in. Tap it off. It does create a lot of kick up when you do that, so tap it off away from your palette, or it will make your palette messy. But just lightly swirl and then tap. You can honestly do this near your arm to get the powder off. But that was the shade Belize. It's at the bottom row. I'm just going to take this handy dandy mirror. See, look at the mirror. It's beautiful on the back. And I am going to do this in my crease. I'm not going to do this all the way over. Look how pigmented that is, and I didn't even do a full swipe. I'm going to concentrate this on the outer crease with a little bit. I'm not adding any extra to this because I want it to stay where I place it. So I'm just going to blend here. Trying to concentrate it on. I'm going to use this many colors as I possibly can. But I also want this look to be wearable. And as I'm blending it all the way over, I'm not adding any more color because I'm fading it. I'm fading it in the crease because I might add another color on the other side. So I do want this to be a backdrop. And it's okay if you get it on your lid because I'm going to cover that. And y'all let me know if y'all want to see what you guys want to see. You can type it in the chat. Or I posted a community tab post earlier about something you can find. You can leave it there for me if you want to. I know you guys have been asking for cooking videos, and honestly, I haven't been cooking because one, it's starting to get too hot, and I don't really cook when it gets hot unless there's really something I want to cook, and I try to do things that I can refrigerate in the summer. So now that we have that one on that side, I'm just going to go back into that shade and do that to the other side. Now this side is always harder for me because it's the left side, and doing my left eye is always seems to be harder when I try to do it. So I try to go from left to right on this side because it's just easier. And y'all, the motorcycles are out. The motorcycles are out. There are a lot of motorcycle riders going up and down the street where I live. So if you just heard that sound, the motorcycle riders are out. On this eye, it always comes out a little bit lighter because I'm going the opposite direction. And it's harder to do this eye. That's why when I'm not on camera, I do this eye off camera because it just seems to be easier. And there we go with the motorcycles again. So I'm just taking the Beverly shade and going into the, staying in the crease, but making it darker on the outer corner, just like I did on the other eye. Because this eye, I did not start. I did not start on the outer corner on this eye. I started from the inside out. So now that that's pretty much in, I have powder on my face, which we're going to clean up later. I'm going to switch brushes now because I'm going to take this all over brush and hopefully darken up the corner of my eye. But I'm also going to use this brush for something else too. So you're going to see this. I'm going to use this chocolate Cosmo color over here. This one. And like I said, to keep the fallout in its spot, I usually tap it over the color spot. And I'm going to take this color and place it on my outer edge to add more depth to the outer edge. I love this color for the outer edge. I'm like literally just blending it in. And I'm using this all over brush. Same brush I'm going to use for my lid in a second. But I'm just blending it in, but not going all the way over. I'm just trying to concentrate most of the color on the outer corner and just like keeping it, tapping it there. You don't have to do, honestly, you could be one color and done. I'm just trying to show you how to do multiple colors, but you can be one color and done if that's what you prefer. And I didn't take this all the way over. Don't worry about the outer edge here. I could connect it, but I am not going to. So let's just do the other side. This side, we're going to do the same thing, keeping the concentration here, diffusing it down on the side. You can keep blending it for as long as you want, but the more you blend it, the more it will fade in, like so. And you can use eye tapes if you like sharp corners. I didn't do a wing, so I'm not worried about the sharp corners or anything like that. I'm just trying to get on the color. Now, those are two colors. We're good to go. I'm going to use one more, like two more colors. I'm going to use Lady Slippers now. And I'm going to apply that on my lid, which is this peach shade. So like, I'm just going to swirl it in, keeping kick up mostly on the pan and tapping it off into the palette. Making sure you can see I got it on the brush. Taking up my handy dandy mirror. And we're going to stamp this on the lid. And I'm just going to use this color for the lid. Trying to blend it into the crease. Keeping it simple. So that is almost the weekend. It's almost Friday, as most people say. Do you have plans for the weekend? I do have plans, and that's basically to be in the house because I have a lot of things coming up within the next month. I have a graduation for something I'm doing at church. It's my discipleship graduation. So I'm planning an outfit for that. We have to wear white for that. So that is coming up in a couple, like 2 weeks or so. That is coming up in 2 weeks. Then my brother is getting married in July. And there's a whole outfit for that coming up in July. What else is going on? Trying to give you guys as many updates as I'm doing as I'm blending this lady slipper color on my eye. So there's discipleship graduation in June, like the first week of June. That's for me. And this discipleship class is a class for church. It's a 3-year program, and now we're coming up on graduation. That's in June. I have to wear white for that. Then, what else is coming up in June? There's a few birthdays of family members in June. So, you have all the birthdays in between in June. Then in July is my brother's wedding, which I'm wearing blue for that because that is the wedding colors. And I am in the wedding. So, I'm pretty much going to be just getting ready for that stuff. Trying to stay in the house as much as possible because it is hot and heat doesn't really agree with me too well. Like, I'm pretty warm now, but I have the window open, so it's not too hot. When you blend these into the brown, it makes this pink lady slipper look a little darker than it actually is, but I like it. And don't worry, we're gonna clean that up. But this is in place. And the last thing I'm going to do is do a shimmer. I will have the green look. What's today? Thursday. I'll probably edit the green look that I did with this palette tomorrow. And it'll be up on Saturday and hopefully Saturday. So there are a few shimmers in here and I don't know which one to choose. But since I used the color Lady Slippers, I'm going to do this color that's next to it. It's a shimmer. This one is called Dragon Fruit. I'm just going to rub my finger in a circle motion and see how it looks. It looks like a highlight, honestly. That's on my finger. I'm going to take my mirror and tap it on my eyelid to give it a little bit of glimmer. It's a very soft color, so it is not going to be super shiny. And I'm not going to cover my whole lid either. So what are you guys watching on TV right now? Y'all, I'm sad because if you know me, I love Grey's Anatomy, and there's only like 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy left. The Resident went off this week, if you cannot tell by now. I like my medical dramas. Yeah, I'm just going to cover my whole lid, or at least as far as I can get, because I really like the shimmer. Maybe I'll cover my whole lid on one eye, and then on the other, I'll just... So if you guys can see the shimmer, I like it. I'm going to do the other eye, because I still want some of the color that I put on the lid to show. So I'm trying to do this a little bit different. I think I'm just going to cover like the bottom close to my lashes on the other eye. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So it's easier to apply shimmers with your finger. And then we might add a different shimmer to the inner corner. And if my face looks shiny, it's because it's hot. The face oil doesn't leave you shiny, it just makes you glow within, but it is hot. So, in the little reflection. So I covered my lash line on that eye. I covered more on this eye just to give you an idea of how far we can go with the shadows. So I'm going to place this mirror back on and not do it upside down. It's magnetic. See, if you leave the mirror attached, I will probably take it off again to do something else. But we have primer. Now I'm going to conceal before I prime. I'm going to use this flat concealer brush. And I'm going to use the Addison Rae concealer. I never told you guys the shade. This might be too light for me because when I was making my choices, I might have clicked on the wrong one. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I might not. But it might help. I try to go lighter on my concealer, but I don't want it to be too light, but this might be. But either way, if this is too light, I'm still going to use it. I don't like to waste product. I will always try to find a way to make it work. If you want to know what shade this is the shade 230. And this is the Air Hug Concealer from Item Beauty. But I'm concerned that it might be too light. But we shall see. This is my first time using the concealer. Because in the video that you guys are probably going to see Saturday, I used the premium box to do the video I did for that. So I am going to do all the way under my eye this time. And add a little bit on the side of my nose. And also clean that up. And I'm going to do both sides because, like I said, this time I'm going to start from that and bring it all the way over. Usually I don't do this, but today's different. And then bring it down my nose on both sides. So here's what the concealer looks like. It doesn't look bad. We'll see what happens when I blend it out. Guys, this sponge is firm. This is the Yancy sponge that I showed you earlier. So I'm just going to try and take the tip and bounce this in. Oh, it's not too bad. This side has been sitting longer. It'll definitely give me a brighter under eye. I could go up a shade. So I am just putting this in. This time I didn't put the corrector under my eye. So I might could go up a shade or two. But usually I have a corrector. Motorcycles again. But I like this. I am not going to set this concealer right away because I am just using the end of, wow, try not to get yourself in the eye. That's why I only use the edge. Trying to make sure this is blended, but still able to see it. Now I'm just going to take my flat concealer brush, which and pat it in the skin. Sometimes, like I said, I prefer a brush because of that reason, and especially the parts on my nose where I want the concealer to be flatter. I'm just wiping it down my nose. And the sponge is not bad. I just prefer a more fluffier sponge. Lately, I've been using a kabuki brush for my concealer and my foundation, but since the sponge came in a box, today we'll use the sponge. So we're gonna switch. Concealer's good. I'm not going to do anything else to that. It does match. Like I said, I could go up a shade. It's a little lighter of a concealer than what I'm used to. But we could go up a shade. Now I'm just gonna grab my foundation of choice today. Is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. Now I do like the way this applies with a brush. I haven't applied this with a sponge. So I'm gonna just take this and squeeze a dot on my face, squeeze a dot on my chin, and squeeze a dot there because I'm using a sponge. And it is liquidy and it will run down my face. So I am going to take this part of the sponge where the little logo is and do this into my face. I feel like a sponge absorbs the product a little bit. And like I said, so I'm just pouncing this into my skin a little bit. And this was my shade match, but I think this would only be like a the way it dries down. I didn't put any on my forehead. And I do have like a little beauty mark on here that I never try and cover. So I don't worry about trying to cover that. But the crazy thing is that my concealer and foundation, using the Item Beauty concealer, it matches this foundation. I try not to put foundation on my lips. I see people do that, but I try personally not to do that. Now I'm gonna just add a pump to my forehead, like right there, so I can bring it across my forehead. This little pump is messy, so if you pump a little too hard, a lot of it will come out. I just try to pump like one pump. And I try to keep my foundation in the center of my forehead and then drag it out everywhere else. Because most of the time, my head is covered and I try not to get foundation on in my hair. Sometimes I do drag the foundation, like the little sponge part, like after I blend my foundation. If I'm not doing my eyebrows, which I am not today, I try to take the damp sponge down my eyebrow. And I didn't even clean up under my eyebrow today, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. And I'm taking whatever is left down my nose because in the heat, my nose can be a little bit oily. Now I'm just gonna take this setting powder in a little brush. I'm gonna use the sponge. We might as well stick with the sponge. This is from Beauty Bakery. I'm almost done with this. I try to use all my products up before I use a different product. And setting my top down, cut off the camera. Okay, we're back. Hold on, no. There we go. This time I'm going to take the carve end of the sponge. I'm going to dip it in, press, and that is probably a lot of powder, but it'll be okay. It's powder. I'm not even going to hit this foundation on for very long, so honestly, I hit the button again to turn off the camera. Don't know why I keep doing that. This should be enough for both sides of my face, or at least I hope. This time I'm going to take this powder. Yes, it is a lot of powder, but I am going to tap on both sides to evenly distribute the powder, and the leftover powder that I'm going to use, I'm viewing on my forehead because I just got powder in my eyebrow, and it will tone down everything because I'm gonna take this. I probably will go in with an extra powder on my cheek, but to settle this, and because I didn't do my under eye, I probably will go in more with more powder. Now you still see there's powder on this side, so I'm still gonna take the flat edge of this and go in on my cheek. No extra powder necessary, except for my chin. There does need to be a little bit of powder on there, so Thought I wasn't going to use extra powder, but we forgot my chin. So we're going to try not to put as much on my chin. We're going to try. The one dip was good enough for my cheeks and all of that. So this time I'm just going to take a little flat face and dip ever so lightly into that to just do my chin. And to make sure it's covered, I'm just going to tap that into the chin and make sure I tap in everywhere else. Now, what are we going to do about this under eye? I didn't set my concealer, so I'm going to just take the tip, about that much on the tip, and just put it under my eye. Look up when you do that, and then um no thank you. But I thank you for coming. Sorry about that, guys. So sorry. Okay, so we're just gonna. Okay, I way too much powder, but I'm just gonna tap this under the other eye. Yeah, I know. It was powder. Okay, ow. But you guys excited about summer? We're gonna take the little bit that's left on my nose, put that in. We are good to go with foundation and concealer. There's probably still some powder somewhere that I did not push in. But I'm gonna move on to the contour brushes. I do have my little contour palette here. Okay. If you hear something fall, no, like we're gonna move on to contour. Here's the contour palette I'm going to use. Sorry about that, guys. Is the contour palette I'm going to use. Now, I'm going to use my contour brushes. They are from, I don't remember the name at the moment, but I said their name in the beginning. And if there's any links that I forgot, just leave me a message. And I'm going to use this shade. This contour palette is from Ace Beauty. I've used it a lot. It is well loved. That's why it's so messy. This one does have a mirror in it, so I'm just tapping this off. Now, as I was saying earlier, you're going to put this where you underneath your cheekbone. So how I usually do this, even though I have makeup on my face right now, I'm going to, here's your nose, and here, right where my finger is, I'm going to go back and forth, and it'll just hug the shape of what I'm doing. And I tried to do a lighter contour today, so I'm going to just go back and forth with that line and bring it down to my mouth, where my mouth is, and up to my ear, and up to my ear. And you're just going to keep blending this until it's not like a harsh line. So just keep using the brush and go back and forth gently. You can do this with a cream, but I don't have a cream contour today. I just have a powder. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This side is blended enough. I could use a lighter color next time, but contour is just about creating shadows. So I am going to go back into the contour and do the middle shade. Is the shade that I used. Actually, I'm going to mix a little bit of the middle with the other one. Just a little bit. Tapping off the other side. And like I said, to find where you want your contour, I usually just put my fingers here to feel for the bone. And here is the bone that I'm looking for. And trying to get it in that spot, bringing it up to my ear and down to close to my mouth. to do the contour here. Go back and forth, blend, blend, blend. This is not that blended. I want to blend it away. I'm not going to add any extra powder to the contour. We're good. Now I'm just going to contour my nose. With the other brush here. This is my little nose contour. But this time for my nose contour, I'm going to use a different shade. I am going to use, for my nose contour, I'm going to use this first shade. Tapping off the powder. And we are going to go the bridge of the nose and down the side of the nose. And go up and down the side of the nose. I can make my contour a little bit darker. How about we let's go into the second shade and a little bit of this shade to do my contour down my nose a little bit darker. I mixed two shades for the bridge. Just to use the bridge and the other side like that. And that's all I'm going to do for contour. Last but not least, this one didn't come with a new blush or anything. So I'm going to use a blush I already have. We're just going to go into a powder blush. I do prefer creams in the summer, but I did not grab creams today because most of the products were powdered of some sort. So I'm going to take this Lash contour brush and we're just going to go into this fresh squeeze. Now this is pigmented and I have gotten in trouble with my own self because I have went overboard on highlight. Not highlight, blush. I have gone overboard on blush. So I'm going to go above my contour to do my blush. And today I'm going to keep it light because your girl can go heavy-handed on blush and I don't even like a lot of blush. It's just that I use very pigmented blushes and most of the time when I'm testing blushes out for you guys, I want you to see them. I want you to see the pigmentation. So my blush always looks crazy because I want you to see the pigmentation of the blush. But I'm going to try to keep the blush nice and simple today. I'm even skipping over highlights today because I want you to see the blush. And it's a nice pink, but if you go overboard with this fresh squeeze color, you will feel it. You will see it. Like on this side, it looks like I put blush on. And another reason I go heavy handed with blush, because blush is usually the first thing to go. So on this side, I'm gonna try and match the pigmentation of the blush on the other side, but it can be okay. Computer is being glitchy at the moment, or at least my mouse is being glitchy, but we're going to just work with it here. See, like on this side, you barely can see any blush. See, I've added a little bit more, and now it's starting to look cray a little bit because there was no blush on this side, and now so I have to calm this side down to match the other side, which is okay. The only thing I'm going to do differently is take my damp sponge and pat out the blush, and it'll be fine. It'll calm. That was quick and calmed itself. I'm gonna pat this side out too because we don't need a lot of blush. So, okay, blush is on. You guys, I've been doing this whole time and notice I didn't even put on primer. We've been talking and chatting and me applying makeup, realized I didn't even put on primer. I put on the face oil, but no primer. And I'm supposed to be showing y'all all the products, and I didn't even put on the primer. This is the product I did not put on. So I'll have to show you guys that in a video because I forgot. I honestly forgot, and I'm sorry that I forgot. So this is Lash Smack Mascara. I'm just gonna add some mascara to finish off the eyes. Look how tiny this wand is, but it might be good to have a tiny wand. It might be good. We might be onto something. I didn't even put on eyeshadow primer. Like I missed face primer and eyeshadow primer. So I like to brush up and hold. This mascara was barely pushing up my eyelashes. It's like pushing up some, and then one side is not. And my eyelashes look a little bit clumpy. Guys, I don't know if I like this mascara. Let's try that with I like how small the wand is though, because I feel like with this one, it's so small, I'm less likely to poke myself in the eye, but it's not doing a lot for my lashes. I can see them, but can you see them? I feel like one eye came better out than the other. So we're just gonna leave the mascara alone. I will continue to use this because we try not to waste product on this channel. We try to use it all till it's gone. We try. We try very hard with that. So I'm just going to. We're almost done. I have like one thing left to do, and that's lips. And I'm just putting away the brush because when I get off of here with you guys, I am taking off this makeup and going to read a book. That's what I like to do at night. And yeah, I'm gonna film how I take this stuff off though for you guys, so you guys can have that. I think this look came out really pretty. I like it and all of that. But I'm going to I'm not gonna use, if I can find the other lip, I may have to use that one in a video as well, because I can't use both lip colors, and this is the one that's in front of me. So, and I think it'll go good with this look because the eyes are a little bit darker. This is the Kvd Exo Lipgloss. So we're just gonna apply that. I'm not even putting on lip liner. In the shade Magnolia 60. So I meant to say I'm not even putting on lip liner. So we're just going to put this on. It's a nice tint of color. You can make it darker depending on the lip liner you use, but I was not going to use lip liner. And to show you one of these wet wipes, I am going to wipe this off. Not off my whole makeup, but we are going to do that. But when I look in the mirror now that I have the lip applied, it reminds me of a berry mauve color, and I think it looks perfect with this lip. I would add a lip liner, which I did in the other video, I don't think the pink one would have matched, but I like it. And guys, let me know, is there anything you want to see or anything like that? Let me know. And I'm gonna get out of here so I can film me removing this for you. I'm going to show you. Okay, all the package just fell on the floor, but here is, I picked up the package upside down. But the package I showed you earlier, this one I'm just gonna open because it is a wet one, and this one you don't have to activate. The orange one you have to activate. So I'm just going to take off like my lip really quick so you can see this one in action, because I'm going to show you in the video I'm going to film after this how this works. So I'm going to show you the wipe here, but I'm going to use something else to remove my makeup that I'm testing out. So I'm just taking this off, just the lip, because these are already wet. So it's basically already wet makeup wipe. And I'm taking my lips off. So this is the wet packet. I've already done that. The dry packet is orange. This one, some of them already fell on the floor, but this one you'll use, you have to activate with water. You'll use this to cleanse your face before you put on makeup. I used it earlier, but I'm just taking my lip off just to show you that it works, and here's what's left on lip. I wouldn't be using something else to take the rest of this off. I know I didn't use like 3 or 4 of the products, but trust me, I will use them soon. There were 2 boxes, so I had to pick what I was going to choose, especially when it came to lips, because we already had 2 lip products. So anything I didn't show you that was more skincare complexion, you will see in an upcoming video as I take this beautiful look off. Remember that I'm always thinking of you, sending my love, and bye for now. Thank you for joining this live. If you would like me to go live more often, I will try to incorporate that. And right now, I'm focusing on trying to get more content. The summer season right now is a busier season for me just because I have so many events going on and so many things that I have to thank you for being here. But so videos are probably going to be a little bit off over the next, I'll say, 2 months, because like I said, I have a graduation for something I'm doing at church that I am graduating from at church. That's coming up in June. My brother is getting married in July, so that is coming up as well. So content is going to be a little spotty because I'm trying to help out with so many different things at the moment. And then we're still working on the chair situation. I will have an update on my whole chair situation in 2 weeks for you guys. So you guys have been asking me what's going on with my chair. Trust me, I will have an update for you in 2 weeks about that. Let me see, what else am I missing? Yeah. So there'll probably be more lives going on than you've seen me do, because I haven't done a live since December. So just because I don't have that much time to film content right now. So content will be spotty. There'll probably be more book related content instead of makeup content, because that I can just sit down and chat, and that's a little bit easier. And let's see. What else do I need to update on you before I get out of here? Because the makeup look is done. You see I've wiped off my lips with this thing. So